gals. This is the Mad Master here. I'm doing another video. And this time, this video is about a very controversial subject that I recently saw a segment on some type of MTV clip on YouTube or something that talks about the friend zone, and found it really interesting because they use this word or this term rape culture to refer to things in regards to the friend zone. So I found this really puzzling and troubling at the same time. And I did a little more research on it, and I guess this third wave, whatever you want to call it, feminism, considers the friend zone part of rape culture. And I'm like, what the fuck? So, just reading through this article here, let's see. So, the infamous friend zone is a desolate place, or blah, 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 blah. When a woman makes a choice to not get involved with a man who's trying to initiate a romantic or sexual relationship, the man is said to be plummeting into the depths of the friend zone. Men often vent and joke about the audacity of these women who dismiss their wooing efforts and forsake them to a dismal place. Anybody would be disappointed if their romantic interest didn't reciprocate their feelings, but when someone jokingly says they've been friend zoned, they unknowingly contribute to rape culture. Okay, I think this is a stupid fucking thing, first of all. So, I've been friend zoned, if you want to call it that. I don't really, whatever. A couple of times in my life. Unfortunately, or fortunately, when I get that close to a woman, as far as when that could happen, it's usually on or off, basically. So the few times I've been friend zoned, I don't know. I think I've done more friend zoning than, in some ways, than I've been friend zoned that much. So, anyways, I'm going to read this article. Growing in a capitalist society, okay, fucking Marxist bullshit, okay. We think in numbers. We think in transactions and deals and worked hours. Guy invested in girl. She needs to pay up. Well, maybe it's not Marxist. I just wanted to add that. And sex becomes a transaction. Friend zone. Concept of male entitlement. So, anyways, the thing that's bullshit about this article is that, like I said, I've friend zoned people that I wasn't physically or otherwise romantically interested in or attracted to. So to say that why the fuck do they talk about rape? Okay, this is a stupid fucking assumption. They want to throw everything in with this rape culture thing, and it's a stretch. I think I understand that they're trying to say it's because of entitlement, but really, that's not how it works in friendships and relationships. So I'm just going to give a little bit of an example. So there's been women that have been interested in me that have, overtly or covertly tried to get my attention, and I've been not interested in them in that way. So instead of, I guess it's kind of like outright saying I'm not interested, I put it's sort of been in that they were in the friend zone. Even exes sometimes I've put in the friend zone and stuff like that, because it's a safe way not to let someone off easy, but at the same time, maybe you do value them as a friend. So the thing that's stupid about this article and this whole thing about being, the friend zone thing, is that the friend zone does exist, and there are these articles that say this shit that, oh, the friend zone doesn't exist. Well, it's not as black and white as they say. So, for example, there are people that are friends that become lovers, and vice versa. It doesn't happen as much as it could or it would, but it doesn't happen that much. I mean, it doesn't. It does happen. So. And then they talk about you want it, blurred lines, which is a totally different subject, but that song, I don't really see how that was. I mean, I could see maybe an interpretation of that song it can be a little rapey, but fucking, this is so stupid. Promiscuous women are called sluts, whereas their male counterparts are called studs. And this adds to the notion female sexuality exists solely for male pleasure. Okay, well, they have a point there. So that was the first thing in this stupid fucking article that actually had a point. Sexual entitlement is so normalized, men could easily fall into the trap of thinking the friend zone is a legitimate way to criticize women's choices. No, it doesn't work that way. This is the way it works. One, a guy is interested in a girl, right? He doesn't have what it takes for that woman. Now, it doesn't mean that they wouldn't have what it takes for another woman, but he doesn't have what it takes. So I do believe that, you know, a lot of the guys that get friend zoned, quote unquote, are more on the, you know, dorky, kind of unappealing, you know, needy, desperate side. The same goes for girls too. You know, they could be, you know, a certain look or obese or, you know, have self-esteem issues. I mean, that's just the truth. And the same goes for the guy. So the guy that gets friend zoned is friend zoned because they're trying to get in a relationship. A lot of the time, the reason why they try, the way that they try to get in a relationship is by being friends, because they don't know what is attractive to women because they've had lack of experience, or, you know, they haven't been exposed to what men that are attractive do to get women interested in them, or, you know, they are just, you know, totally stink or something, or who, I mean, I don't know, fuck, there's a lot of things. So they think that being in the friend zone will get them laid, and it doesn't. So they get depressed about it. That's one scenario for the friend zone. The other scenario, and this is a very controversial scenario for me to mention, is that I truly believe this is the case. There is a window with men and women sometimes, and I think it actually probably goes for both men and women at times, but maybe a little bit more for women, dare I say that. There's a window in the mind of a woman that if a guy doesn't make a move after a certain point, well, they probably, you know, they are not as attracted. There's a lack of attraction. Oh, this guy's just giving me casual comfort in conversation. I want some, you know, sparks, some, you know, some moves. So in their mind, they put a guy in the friend zone because they haven't shown that, you know, those traits. They haven't escalated. And by escalate, I don't mean, you know, try to fuck them on the first date. I mean, even made any kind of move physically. So those are the two scenarios I think are most common for the friend zone. Now, what that has to do with rape, I don't fucking know. And if someone can please tell me, other than the entitlement thing, which is what, you know, are hot women not entitled to attention? Is that, you know, what the fuck, you know, this entitlement thing? I'm entitled. These evil men, you're entitled. Fuck off, man. I mean, it's just bullshit. They fucking overanalyze all this shit, little shit. And, you know, so the whole friend zone is exactly what I just told you. That's my belief. I mean, it goes beyond that. Some guys are legitimately creepy and needy in this way, and women too, that, you know, gets them thrown in the friend zone, and they are, you know, more aggressive than they act their nice guy persona hints at being. So that's, I mean, that does happen. But I don't think that's the basis of the friend zone. Like, that's the most common scenario. And the people that say the friend zone is part of rape culture are just, you know, giving a disservice to those two scenarios I mentioned, and just trying to say that all the guys are these evil fucking guys because they have penises, of course, because they're men, because a lot of feminism is pretty fucking sexist, it turns out. Because, I mean, that's for one thing. Not only is it sexist because of that, but it's sexist because men put women in the friend zone too. But, of course, some of these blogs and these fucking feminists will say, well, they're being sexist because, or they're being objectifying because they want a certain look in women. That, well, the women want a certain thing with guys too, a lot of the time. In, you know, the more, I'm going to use this term, cisgendered heterosexual relationship and sexual dynamics. So I just think this fucking, I really can't get this fucking this out of my head that the friend zone is rape culture, and it just fucking pisses me off. And this is just one of many articles. I know this is from like exactly a year ago tomorrow, this article, but it just goes to show that a lot of people are just saying talking a lot of shit about a lot of different stuff, and they're not really looking at every angle. So that's all for this video. I didn't want to do any more of these videos, but this just really irked me to think that people are saying that friend zone either doesn't exist, and the friend zone is not black and white. If you want to say it doesn't exist, that's stupid and just ridiculous. But if you want to say that if there's a spectrum of a friend zone, then that's very true. There's a gray area in there. So I both think that they're wrong. These, you know, a lot of these feminist theory people that say this shit say it either doesn't exist or it's rape culture. It's like, fucking, this is just fucking stupid. Okay, that's all for this video. I hope it is at least brings up some good points. And if you want to comment or like it or whatever, I'll see ya.